what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We are back into One Piece, and man, it's been a little bit of a wait, and I'm so excited to see Gear 4, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's been about a week since I watched 724 and 725, and I'm not even lying, like, I've thought about Gear 4 every single day, and I've been so freaking excited to see it. So I hope y'all are excited for this reaction. I think it's gonna be a banger. I mean, anytime a new level up happens in One Piece, how can it not be a banger? Just to recap the last episode's points for the characters, we gave MVP to Law and him tricking Treble and delivering the final blow to him. We gave best moment to the cliffhanger, of course, of Gear 4 to Luffy, and we gave funniest moment to Cabbage. Check out the last review if you want to see, more of my rationale to all of those. Definitely go a little bit more in depth at the end of the videos in the review section. If y'all are new here, have been following along for a bit, and you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. And yeah, I appreciate y'all being here to watch some One Piece with me. Let's go in and get into this reaction. Fourth gear, let's go. Where's Panhead? Where's Panhead? That guy's not a panhead, but he's got a funny hat. Bro, the shit that Doflamingo said last episode about how many people are gonna die, at each, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, savage, man. It's oddly satisfying how it cuts the buildings, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, I need Gear 4. Cut to Gear 4, please. I like the sound design choice there. Just keep it on the soundtrack. Oh. Damn, this Marine's a beast. Carrying someone on his back and pushing a wheelchair. Is that the pirates helping? It's pushing the buildings now and not cutting them? Oh, jeez. So you're either gonna get cut or you're gonna get squashed. Jeez. Man, look at the outer ring where everything's destroyed. Oof. His freaking head. I can't. Honey. Oh, sucking on my thumb. Man, they're all messed up though. Oh, the center is moving too. So it's not just from the outside? Yeah, okay. That would make sense. A moving target. Classic Usopp. Ooh. Is he really gonna be able to though? I don't know, guys. Oh, did they heal it? When he was a little toy. Okay, Cabbage. Thinking a little bit. Using that big brain. Yeah, that was the original intention. That's some foreshadowing right there. Kaido about to be pissed. I want to meet Kaido. We've had such like little descriptions of him, but nothing much yet. Just that he's probably the strongest. Oh, here we go. Ooh, sandals coming off. What? Is like Gear 2, Gear 3 combined, kind of? Ooh. Damn, he's jacked as hell. What the heck? Ooh. He seems like really like taut or something, like he could just explode. Yeah, he's like a balloon. Hey, don't underestimate him. The design that came on this back is really interesting. Damn, getting flashback to the train is so dope. It has a lot of reverb to it or something. Oh man, here we go. Damn, let's go. Oh shit! Fucking blasted him. Oh my god. Let's freaking go. I'm so curious about the markings. Oh, we'll get away from there. Damn, that's such a cool shot. Never before seen form. Ooh. He's hurt. Yeah, I'd probably get away. Come on, guys, really. Well said. Now, is Luffy gonna come down after him, or? Oh, he is. Oh my god, dude. Damn, he's super fast now. Oh my god, dude. Man, this is a huge level up for Luffy. Crazy. He also looks kind of insane and funny. And bouncing around. I can't, dude. What an awesome and silly power. Oh my god. That's all of us. All the fans, we're so happy. Yeah, I feel real lucky. Nothing but rubber. Don't underestimate rubber. There we go. Damn. Oh, it's hurting his arm. Huh. Dude, wow, what a unique ability. It's like a homing missile. Let's go, Luffy. Damn, it's so strong, dude. Oh, get him. Get him. In the face, in the face. Yeah! Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Wow. Awesome. Man, anytime Luffy punches someone in the face, it's always a good day. A rubber ball is overwhelming him. Ooh. So interesting. Even the baby. That's one big babus. Oh man, here we go. Get some info here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Forgot about him. I forgot he's even in this still.
きやがった。なんだそこか。あいつら貸し替えやがったな。
黒ひげ海賊団一番船船長ジーザス・バーチェス。
Badges. Yeah, for real. I completely forgot about him.
追うか待つか、どっちにしろ逃がしはしねえ。もらうもんは確実にもらう。
Wee ha ha ha.
目的は何？
残るはルフィ君と奴の決戦だけか。
ええ、そうよお父様。もう幹部以上の戦力はドフラミンゴしか残っていない。
ルフィ君がドフラミンゴを倒せば街を切り刻んでいる鳥かごは消え。あいつらどこ行った？迷子になりやがったか。
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
そっちじゃないでござるよ。方向音痴のお主に任せていてはいつまで経ってもたどり着けぬ。
Oh, you literally can see the cage.
うがいい。
Literally. Poor bird.
その変な乗り物は抜けスズメでござるよ。
遠慮はいらぬ。さあ、急いで乗る。
No.
俺がこの間抜けスズメに。
抜けスズメでござる。行くでござる。
I'll show you I'm not stupid. Oh no.
抜けスズメ頑張るでござる。
Oh wow, it's so small now already. I wonder how long it's been, like 30 minutes?
ついにここまで来やがったか。工場から出ろ。トンタッタ
Tontatas!
脱出だ。スーパー急いでつけろ。
Super!
工場内に取り残されていた仲間の救助完了です。工場が傾いているです。
なんでスマイル工場だけ切れないんです？
工場だけ。そうか。帰ろうせっか。
Oh.
工場の外壁は
So maybe they could take refuge in there.
だから能力者が作った糸じゃ切れることはねえが。
Yeah, it's gonna push it still.
押され始めてる。
Yeah, but they can go in it though. That's still a good home base for them if Luffy can't defeat him in time. Top Knot Land.
ヒゲモン、国の中心はおめえらの飛んできた方だぞ。
ああ？逃げるんじゃねえ。糸を止めに行くんだ。
止める？そりゃ考えてもみなかった。
ルフィが決着をつけるまで時間を稼ぐんだ。
I love how they believe in Luffy. So what's this about too much hockey though? Is there a limit to how much hockey you can use? Now I'm getting nervous.
武装色でゴムの伸縮を自在にコントロール。武装とゴムの融合。
Harmonize an armament and rubber, yeah.
グズグズしてたらギアを押すが。
てめえの能力をよく使いこなしているようだが。
It's just gonna be like Gear 2 at first where it takes so much out of him.
麦わら、お前はあと何秒持つ？
ダブル。
だが、俺の糸が尽きることはない。オフホワイト。
なんで地面から糸が。
かひよっか。悪魔の実の能力にはまだ覚醒という。
Awakening? Damn, we're getting so much. Dude, this is so cool.
建物が糸になった。
能力は稀に覚醒し、己以外にも影響を与え始める。
What?
いろんなものが糸になる。パラミシア系じゃねえみてえだ。
Yeah, that's really strong.
そしてお前の力が尽きる頃、 俺の体は
Damn, dude. Can never be simple, man. So interesting though, the awakening. Like, can that every devil fruit eater have that power? Like, can everybody's been awakened, or is there a certain thing you need to do, or? Hmm.
そうやって消耗しろ。お前の覇気が尽きた時が俺がとどめを刺す時。
Yeah, so I guess hockey has to have some limit then if it's like based off your stamina or something. Like, it takes a lot of stamina to use hockey. I mean, it makes sense. Now, if Zoro can stop the cage, maybe that would give Luffy more time to spread out his power so he doesn't get exhausted as much. I don't know. I don't know. Damn.
たったところで中心側まで走るなんて絶対に無理だよ。
誰か救火してくれ。病院の中にはまだ患者たちが。
God, man. This would be such a travesty if, like, everyone actually died. Like, imagine how insane that would be. Yeah, everyone's out for themselves at this point. Never give up, never surrender. Yeah, he's starting to hear the screams. Is King Riku gonna have one more moment to line everybody together and get them to a safe place?
みんな聞いてくれ。私は元ドレスローザ国王リクドルド三世。
I love the eyebrows on the snail.
陸王様。
この国は今原国王ドフラミンゴの始めたゲームによって逃げられない巨大な鳥かごの中にある。突如降りかかった現実に感情がついてゆけぬまま。
Yeah, for real.
ただ命を守っている現状だと思う。だがこれは夢などではない。私たちは10年間ずっと海賊の支配するレスローザという名の鳥かごの中にいたんだ。
Yeah. Manipulating everybody.
10年間ずっと操られるままに。
Doflamingo loves his puppets.
だがそれももう終わる。誰もかなわぬと思っていたドン・キホーテファミリーは。
I wonder if his barrier can keep up with it, the birdcage.
ファミリーの幹部たちはすでに全滅。本当か。幹部たちが撃つべき敵はもはや現ドレスローザ国王ドフラミンゴを残すのみ。
Luffy's like a pinball in this mode. Straw
彼こ
hat.
そが鳥かごを破壊してくれる男。見知らぬ海賊に国の運命を託すしかない己の無力を痛感している。勝つも負けるもあとたった数十分。それまでは何としても逃げ延び。
Yeah, do whatever you can.
この縮みゆく国に誰一人押しつぶされることなく走り続けてくれ。息が切れても足が折れても
He's talking to you, bro.
生き延びてくれ。
Yeah.
希望はあるのだ。どうか諦めないでくれ。
King Riku, just a beast.
私たちだけででも。
よし
She got the motivation, now she's
王様の言う通りに
諦めずに中心へ走るんだ
He's inspiring them to help too. That guy's back has to be broken.
着まで生き延びろ
Hey, I'll believe in him. It's definitely gonna be a bigger fight, longer fight, but hey, nothing wrong with that. The more One Piece, the better. All right, y'all, let's get into the review section. 726 and 727 in the wraps. Good couple of episodes, guys. Let's talk about Gear 4 first. I mean, how can you not talk about Gear 4 first? You know, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I've been excited all damn week to see this, to see this level up from Luffy, to see what this power entails. I had no idea what was in store for me. And quite frankly, I don't think I could have ever guessed that it would be this, right? I guess Gear 4, and I'm sure we'll get more dialogue or writing about this as the show goes on, but basically Gear 4, from what I've gathered, is a combination of Armament Haki and Luffy's Gum Gum ability, right? So he's harmonizing Armament Haki with his Gum Gum power. And it seems like specifically it's mostly on his arms. Like they mentioned the color of the arms, and I think they mentioned that in previous episodes, and I don't remember if they've referred to Haki as that way before, but I believe that's just Armament Haki on your arms, right? But it seems like Luffy uses it on his arms and his legs, but also his body. Like, maybe it's not, I can't tell if it's Armament Haki on his body or not. I mean, when Doflamingo kicks him and it's still rubbery, it's reddish there too. So it seems like most of himself is Armament. I wouldn't say it's clad Haki, but he definitely seems to have a lot of, like they said, they're harmonizing the two powers together and creates a really strong and tension-held figure that Luffy has, right? It's funny because you see it and it definitely looks a little goofy, and you see Doflamingo's reaction to, he's laughing, he's like, are you kidding me? This is what you are? You can barely hold yourself upright, you're so bouncy. But then the sound comes in, right? Like you can hear the tension, like him bouncing, when he's bouncing up and down, and you can just tell how much rubbery tension there is there. And Luffy's really confident about this, right? He's like, you're not gonna be able to keep up with Gear 4. He immediately launches himself at Doflamingo. But it definitely feels like this, this ability to create more tension with the rubber with the Armament Haki together, right? It's not only just like that, it's harder because it's Armament Haki, but it's like the Armament Haki is letting him create more tension with his Gum Gum power too. Really, really cool in general. I personally think that it makes a lot of sense for Luffy's character, like in the power system in the One Piece world. Like all of this doesn't seem too far out there. It makes sense like Gear 2 does and Gear 3 does. And frankly, it seems like kind of somewhat of a build up upon those two previous gear forms that we've seen. And yes, it is a little silly looking, but honestly, like it feels like very self-aware. Like Oda must have, intentionally made it look this way, and it's something that the characters all kind of look at and they're like, what is that? It seems like a balloon kind of thing. But it fits Luffy's character so well, like both in terms of how strong it is and like what the power actually, how it increases Luffy's strength, but also the way it is, like him bouncing around like a balloon or a pinball all over the place. It's super goofy, but it's, the show or the story is very self-aware about how it looks, right? The thing that has me the most interested about though, is the markings that come up on Luffy, right? They're kind of like this like flame-like marking that goes all over his back and like up to his upper chest. And it looks very, very unique. I don't know why, but it looks familiar to me. I don't know where it looks familiar from, but it has me really intrigued, right? Like while he's doing this, these markings appear. And I don't know what that's from, but it's making me think and theorize about what that could potentially be. I don't know if that's from like the Haki itself, or the gum power, or both together? Like, is this just a representation of him going into Gear 4 outside of just his arms and his legs getting all springy and red and taut? What are these markings supposed to be? And kind of in addition to that, we get even more information about devil fruit powers as the fight goes on. Law observes Luffy in Gear 4, and he says that he's using too much haki, right? So we get a little bit of information that there is some limitation to haki, right? It must be some kind of, I would assume it has to do with your stamina levels and the amount of stamina it takes to use haki. There needs to be some cap to it, right? It can't just be, oh, here's this really strong new power. There's no weaknesses at all, right? There's always, in One Piece, and I think in most grid shows, there's always some kind of trade-off to powers. Either you need to have a trade-off to limit the power, or the power, like the power scaling or the power system itself, gives other people a lot of like creative opportunities and creative ways to be just as strong, right? And I think One Piece does both of those things really well. For example, in this scenario, Luffy, they immediately introduced that he's using a lot of haki and that his stamina will probably deplete quickly. Law says that Doflamingo even kind of makes that observation, puts 2 and 2 together. And on the flip side, Doflamingo is so strong because, obviously he has haki and all these things, but he uses his devil fruit power so creatively. And we get more information right off the bat of another way to kind of meet this new power threshold that Luffy has with Gear 4, is that Doflamingo's stream power, devil fruit power, has awakened, as he calls it, right? We get some dialogue and information that devil fruit powers have an additional stage where they can go through an awakening. And how he describes it is that at that point, the devil fruit can start affecting things outside of the user itself. So with Doflamingo, we see, he's touching the ground, or wherever he touches, the strings start to appear, and they can like encroach and expand on other things too. Like the buildings start turning into strings, like everything around him starts turning into strings, which grants him more control over his devil fruit power, and the expansiveness of it increases as well. So his reach with his devil fruit power is stronger as well. Really, really interesting. Immediately, you guys could see in the reaction, but immediately I was like, can like other devil fruit powers do that too? Like other devil fruit users? From what Doflamingo says, it's rare. But I assume that anyone could do this potentially. I don't know what the criteria is for awakening. Like, do you have to reach a certain level of understanding with your devil fruit to be able to do something like this? I immediately think of Luffy, right? And his gum fruit power. Like, how would that work with the buildings start turning into gum and waving around? It makes me really interested about how the other devil fruit powers or devil fruit users would use it. It also makes me question like how many people's devil fruit powers are awakened. Like, was Whitebeard's awakened? Are the Admiral's powers awakened? How often does this actually happen? And is there any kind of intentionality around it, or does it just randomly happen? It's very, very interesting to think about. But from this, this new information we get, it seems like this is going to come down to a battle of will and stamina between Doflamingo and Luffy. Doflamingo has figured out that even though Luffy's Gear 4 is very strong, that it's using a lot of energy, and as long as he keeps his stamina, up longer than Luffy's, and as long as he's not overcome by Luffy, that he will be victorious, right? So it's going to come down to how long can Doflamingo, use his stream power to avoid being overwhelmed by Gear 4 Luffy, and how long can Luffy hold out in stamina, and how much can he continue to overwhelm Doflamingo in this battle, right? It's a battle, it really is a battle of stamina and will here. Obviously, I got my eggs in Luffy's basket. If there's anybody who can push through sheer determination and will and just having unprecedented amounts of stamina, it's Luffy. It immediately thinks of the fight with Rob Lucci in Eni's lobby, and he was very much out of stamina from using Gear 2 so much, but Usopp shouting to him and his friends supporting him gives Luffy this, kind of this reserve tank of stamina that he always has. He always has more will and stamina because of the people he's protecting. And in this case, he's not only protecting his friends, but he's protecting a whole kingdom, right? Like, he has so much on his back now, but I think that usually gives Luffy another boost. So it's really interesting to see how this fight is evolving as, we're getting these powers revealed more and more. man, the string power and the way that Doflamingo uses it is so interesting. Like, it's been probably the widest application of a devil fruit that we've seen in this series, and I love it. Like, it's really interesting to be getting more information about the power system in One Piece. All right, let's talk about some other interesting or cool moments that we had. I think one shout out I want to have, and I think this would be the best moment in most episodes. But of course, with Gear 4 appearing and being able to see it, there's no way it's going to win this. But one of the best moments still, and I want to shout it out, is King Riku's speech. In the second episode, 727, we get caught up on where all the civilians are, right? A lot of them are giving up, and they can't run anymore, or they're stuck, or the hospital needs support to get people to a safe place. But people are kind of out for themselves at this point, and can you really blame them in a situation like this? And King Riku sees this, and he hears everyone crying out, kind of like how Doflamingo described in the past episode. And he gives such a great speech. He tells them that there's still hope. He informs them of the situation, that all the executives have been defeated, and really Doflamingo's the only one in their way. And they've been held captive by pirates this whole time. I love the scene of Doflamingo having the birdcage over the civilization, even without them seeing it. And it's panning to multiple shots we've seen already of them being toys, or toys being thrown into the pit or whatever, but it has the cage over it the whole time. Love that art direction there. I thought that was really well done. And yeah, even just the, King Riku kind of empathizing with all the civilians, like, I know you must feel emotionally overwhelmed. Tons of you came back from being toys, and you just got your memories back, or their loved ones got their memories back. And right after that, we have a birdcage that comes and shrinking in. Like, there's no time to actually process and grieve and feel the emotions that you felt from these memories being retrieved. And I think that helps King Riku be able to connect with his citizens, right? Be like, hey, I understand what you guys are going through. Here's the situation now, but let me tell you, there is hope. We've trusted in these new pirates and these other strong warriors who have taken down the executives, and there is a chance, there is hope. There's only gonna be, everything's gonna be decided in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Just try to survive till then, until the very last minute. Do whatever you can. And I just love that. Like, I think, I've mentioned this before, but I think King Riku is a good representation of what a leader and a king or a president, like, who they really should be, right? Like, what it means to be a good king. It's not, being a good leader isn't to maintain stoic and be separated from your people. It's to get down on their level and to be with them, but to still maintain your strength and leadership when things are hitting the fan, right? When shit's hitting the fan. Riku is a great example of that. He admits his flaws the whole time throughout this arc. I just think he's a really great character in this arc, and I really appreciated how Oda has implemented him in to kind of contrast, someone like Doflamingo and the tyrant he is versus, a king who, yeah, he has made mistakes in this arc, but has also had such good retribution for himself and has so much humanity as a king. Something I didn't really mention yet as part of Gear 4 in 726 in the fight against Doflamingo, I love the move that Luffy does with the python, where it just follows Doflamingo around, and eventually he uses his laser beam, and the python overcomes it and punches Doflamingo in the face. Anytime there is a punch in the face in One Piece, it's always epic. I think about Luffy punching Bellamy back in, I forgot what that arc's called, Jaya arc, I think. That was such an epic moment. I hated Bellamy. And then when Luffy punches the Celestial Dragon, dude, I mean, it's more of a call out to how good Oda writes really hateable characters. Like, you just hate them. You hate Bellamy back in that arc. You hate the Celestial Dragons. And obviously we all hate Doflamingo. And it just feels so satisfying to see Luffy punch these evil characters in their freaking face. All right, let's get into character ratings. MVP this episode. I mean, you gotta give MVP and best moment to Luffy. Give him Gear 4. I mean, him finally getting this level up and actually posing a threat to Doflamingo in the scale of this whole arc and how many people's lives are at risk, you have to give it to Luffy. Him stepping up here once again to take on this villain who is threatening all these people's lives. just love Luffy in this episode. Gear 4 did not let me down at all. And same with the best moment. Like, I think the best moment has to be the punch against Doflamingo. It's just so satisfying. It's something we've been waiting for. We see it with Gear 4. I mean, there's just no other way to score this. I did do shout outs around, like, you know, Kinriku and whatnot, because I think in other episodes that might have been my favorite, but you can't get past the hype. I'm gonna join in the fanboy club and be hype about Gear 4. Funniest moment, there was a lot of funny moments in these 2 episodes. Let me talk about a few of them first before we rate them. So, one, I love Bartholomew when he sees Gear 4, he goes, Luffy! That was really, really great. You know, I mentioned this in some of the reactions, but he literally is such a good representation of like what the average One Piece fan is during these big reveals and these moments. Just such a fanboy. Is not what I was expecting of his character at all back when he was introduced in the beginning of the arc. But just loved that moment. It was so funny. Another really funny moment was the grandmother who had fallen and was like, I can't get up. And then after Riku's epic speech, she gets up and she has this new power. She just starts sprinting grandma. That was really good. And one thing I actually didn't notice until the rewatch was, it's interesting because I noticed when the mom said it, but like the mom who was missing her son, she's like, he's wearing a Kuma shirt. And I was gonna make a joke. I was like, oh, is it like Kuma that we know, the ex-warlord? And you know, I didn't notice it, but later we actually do see the kid running to the mom with a Kuma shirt on, actually of Kuma. And I thought that was a really little funny connection and call out to Kuma. Shout out to Kuma. But I think out of all those, to me, the funniest part for sure is still Bard doing that. That one just got me good for some reason. I was caught up in the moment with Gear 4 and it resonated with me, both in humor, but also in the epicness of the moment. But yeah, I think that'll do for this reaction review. I appreciate y'all being here with me to see this epic Gear 4 moment. It means a lot to me that you guys joined me for this one. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction and this review. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't and you want to follow along for more and seeing the conclusion of the Dressrosa arc. I'm excited to have y'all here. Hope you guys have a really great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.